Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 1st. We're going to jump right in here. Now, you have this risk card. It says success will find you. The odds are in your favor. You have the setbacks card. It says taking one step forward to make two steps back. I kind of feel like this is saying you have to take bigger risks. I am almost positive that I said the same thing in your last reading. It's almost like you're playing it a little bit too safe in something that you're working on, or especially in like work or business. I feel this is saying that a bigger risk would be a good idea. And this doesn't, we're not talking about, a risk that's going to make you lose a bunch of money. We're talking about, a risk of putting in a little extra work into what you're doing, or, the risk of telling people what you do, or, the risk of, trying to get followers on YouTube or something like that. It's like, again, this doesn't have to be some, crazy risk that's going to really actually put you at risk. I feel it could be just a little thing. I kind of feel it could also be about like pushing through doubt, or those moments where you doubt that something is going to work or be successful, and really really trying to push past that. You start with the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords can be resting, relaxing, recovering. I do feel like there's something that you're almost like praying for or hoping will happen, will enter into your life, or you're hoping that you'll be able to, create a blessing. There's a person in this window here that's blessing another person, and the Four of Swords can represent blessings. But, for you, I feel like you're more, it's like you are trying to create blessings. I think it's not necessarily a blessing coming in, if that makes sense. So, I feel like you are trying to do things that will, bring blessings to your family. We literally see that right here with the Ten of Pentacles, or you're trying to do something that will bring you blessings in the future. And again, I really feel like this is work related. You have the Two of Wands, and again, the Two of Wands also says you have to take a risk to get out there, right? And you have to do things that will lead to, that have a bigger impact, is kind of the message I'm getting on this Two of Wands. Like I said, it's almost like you're playing it maybe too safe, especially in work or business. I want to stress that part. It's like saying if you would just take bigger risks in work or business, it would make all the difference in the world. This is kind of, staying in the comfort zone of, only doing what you're good at, right? That's the Two of Wands. And so the Two of Wands says, well, you have to learn new skills and do new things. And to learn, you have to make mistakes. And it's almost like if you do that, it will make all the difference in the world. So that's what I would do here with, pretty much the whole entire reading, but definitely the first row. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is encouraging you to be flexible. The Knight of Wands is about being spontaneous. And that could be the other risk that you need to take, is instead of, sticking to like a structure or a defined structure in work or business where, you kind of just do the same things every single day, the Knight of Wands encourages you to adventure and, again, be spontaneous. Try new ways of working, or new ways of creating things in your business, or new ways of getting customers, or new ways of working. And so I feel like this Knight of Wands is really encouraging kind of your adventurous spirit that is inside of you. I feel that it just needs to come out in this reading here, Taurus. So let's see what is going on for you in this reading. With the Four of Swords, you have the Fool. Yes, take a risk. The Fool says you are ready for a leap of faith. I feel like you are ready to, jump into the unknown a little bit. And there is unknown energy here because, again, I feel like the Two of Wands is just what you have always been doing, especially in work or business. It's just kind of like the status quo. And I feel you have to get outside of that status quo energy, and you're definitely ready. And not only that, we go down to the Chariot, which is a victory. We have the Ace of Swords, which is a victory. I really feel the universe is on your side here. It's like the universe is saying that, that it will support you through this leap of faith. With the Two of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new opportunity that's coming in for you as well. Again, I do feel that any new opportunities that come in for you are going to take you out of your comfort zone. And again, with this energy here, I would just look at, any areas of your life where nothing has changed for years, and I feel like those are the areas of life where if I were you, I would be looking for new opportunities or new things to pop up, because I really do feel like there could be some really solid new opportunities coming in for you. But again, they're going to be outside of a comfort zone. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Strength card. Some of you, if you want love, there's a little bit of love here. It could be a Leo, or it could be a person who has Leo, in their chart or something. I do feel like this is saying that you've been patient, but I would be careful of like playing the slow game here with the Strength card. The Strength card, everything here kind of says that you're prepared to take advantage of an opportunity, but sometimes I feel like the Strength card can say that you are continuing to tell yourself that you're not ready to take a risk, but you are ready. You have already, displayed the strength, right? Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says Skunk. It says know your worth. You have a Swan Spirit. It says time for a deep dive. And so I feel it's time for you to really commit to something 110%. It's like if you're going to do something, there's no point in just kind of giving a half-hearted effort, right? And I'm not saying that you're, if this is like a project, for example, or a business or your career, I'm not saying you're giving a half-hearted effort, but it's like I think that we all do this, right? We all do things to try to protect ourselves from getting hurt or whatever, or things not working out, or we try to protect ourselves from failure, right? And I kind of feel that's what's going on here. It's like if you really look at what you're doing, it's like, are you doing the things that are going to cause major growth, or again, are you trying to protect yourself from failure, which is kind of what I feel the first two rows are talking about. And again, this is not necessarily a bad reading. I think it's just really saying it's time to, push yourself, or it's time to put yourself, to make that 110% commitment to something that you want to do. And I would just do it. Again, I think that maybe past disappointments are getting in the way a little bit. You have the Four Cups. The Four Cups, he has manifested these Four Cups in front of him, but he is disappointed by the results that he has received. And so he's not accepting this new opportunity that's coming in for him. And again, I think you need to accept or, allow a new opportunity into your life, because you're going to love it here, Taurus. That's what I feel about this reading. But again, I think that it's pretty simple. It's like saying do the things that are going to cause a lot of growth all at once, right? Or do the things that could potentially lead to major growth. You have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. Again, not really a love reading, although I do feel it's here. So if you want love, there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you. Could be any sign. And, this right here tells me Magician pointing down to the King of Wands. This tells me that you have attracted, a King of Wands into your life. This could be someone who's like bold, assertive, who really goes for what they want. Someone who is very confident as well. This could also help give you confidence. So, again, this person could be helping to, push you or, do the things necessary to get to this point right here, which is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles comes up a lot for you, Taurus. I think that, Jupiter and Taurus, Uranus and Taurus are really putting a focus on, Jupiter isn't in Taurus anymore, but what it was. And I think that those energies kind of have put a focus on creating more freedom in your life. For a lot of you, it could be financial freedom, but, it could be any type of freedom. Like I said, Ten of Pentacles is really everything you want and desire to have in your life. So this could be people, places, things, whatever. And I feel like you're trying to build, a life worth living, something that's more fulfilling, something that could potentially lead to more happiness as well with the Sun card here. So I think it's time to take those risks here, Taurus, and really kind of make something happen. Let's see. With the Four Cups, you have the Chariot. Yes, you have the Chariot twice. So the Chariot is about really taking control and having willpower. I feel like a little willpower would be, a good thing for Taurus, making sure, even if you have to start small, start by, if you have to do more work in your business, it's like, don't try to do everything right now, just build up to it, right? Like start adding one little new thing a week or one new thing a month that you start working on to get moving forward. And again, I think you'll be surprised by the progress that you make. The Chariot is definitely progress. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Star. The Star is also kind of like your big wish or your big dream, right? The Star is about having a North Star, having something that guides you or having something that you work towards. And so I feel having this guiding light in your life would be a good idea. The star is also about gaining like a bird's eye view perspective, gaining a new perspective on what you're working on. So I think for a lot of you that you might think that, your business idea or your career or whatever you're working on is a lot of work. And, it could be true, but also gaining a new perspective could really help. If you are attracting love, I feel, the sun and the star to me is fame and fortune. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're attracting a famous person or that you're going to be famous, but it's definitely very good for attention and getting attention. I personally believe that we're in a time of attention. We have Pluto going into Aquarius at the end of the year in November, and I think that, getting as much attention as you can is really important. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles, you showing up here. So again, I think the Ten of Pentacles is really the desire of Taurus, and we talked about this with all the energy in your sign. I think it really is triggering this desire for freedom is really the key word that I would use there. But I feel that you have the power to create your Ten of Pentacles, but again, it's time to get to work to make that happen. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this relaxation card and this focus card. Yeah, it's time to relax, of course. It's time to rest, relax, recover. You have the Four of Swords, which is great for healing and all those other things. The focus card is, I think, tied to the Magician. The Magician, he is very focused. I'll show you. He is focusing, actually, on these flowers that are in front of him. And so he knows that to manifest something, he has to focus on good energy. He has to focus on, love, joy, happiness, beautiful things. And so he is choosing to focus on what's in front of him here so that he can be in like a high energetic state so he can manifest whatever he's trying to manifest. He also understands that he has to change to be able to match what he wants. He has a snake wrapped around his waist. The snake represents reinvention. And so again, it's like you can't attract money from a lack mindset, right? You can't attract love from a negative love mindset. So the Magician understands that he has to be the one to match the energy, and that's what he's doing. I feel like this comes up a lot in your readings. Normally you have like the Nine of Cups, for example, which is also a card of kind of matching the energy of what you want. And I feel the Magician is kind of saying the same thing in your reading. He's like saying you have to be in the energy of what you want before you can have it. The Magician also would represent new beginnings, and I do feel that there is a passionate new beginning coming in for you with the King of Wands. I do feel the King of Wands could be a person if you want love. Definitely could be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. Could be whatever you're into. But I feel for a lot of you that the King of Wands could also be you, kind of doing more of, or maybe I should say that you are kind of working more on things that you're passionate about or doing more of the things that you're passionate about. You have the Eight of Cups. Again, Eight of Cups would be about walking away from things that no longer serve you, which is probably your comfort zone because of this right here going straight across. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, he knows exactly what he's going to get. He's doing the same thing every single day. But if he leaves his castle, then he would have to do new things and leave a comfort zone. But if he does that, he could be walking towards anything. And, in your situation, it looks like the sun and going this way, the Ace of Swords. So you could be walking towards like happiness or victory. But it's about kind of leaving behind the familiar, the Chariot. The Chariot is leaving behind what he has always known, this city behind him, and he's moving in a new direction. And he's also kind of represents as above, so below. He's got these stars up here, these moons on his shoulders right here. So he is an energetic match, just like the Magician, to what he wants. He's even holding a wand here that kind of looks like the Magician's wand. So I feel for a lot of you that being in alignment with what you want is exactly what you need to be doing here. And again, I would just take those small steps or, make little small investments of your energy towards the things that you want by, changing your day, adopting new habits, developing a new daily routine. Like all those things will create the change that I think you are looking for here. So let's see. With the Magician, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card of experimentation. It's my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I feel for a lot of you, definitely with the Magician, that you're going to have to do some experimenting. You're going to have to try some new things. It's like if you are currently involved in a project right now, I'm not saying you're wasting your time, because I don't think you're wasting your time. But I think if you continue to, not do things that are a risk, then it's not going to grow, right? And so I feel like the Nine of Wands is saying you just experiment, try new things, see what happens. Some things will work, some things won't work, and that's how life works. So you might as well just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks with the Nine of Wands. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Hangman. The Hangman, there is something about perspective in this reading, right? We see this here, Hangman, Star. The Star is really about getting that bird's eye view. The Hangman is just seeing things from another perspective, seeing things from upside down, right? And I feel like, it's almost like that you've been doing something for a very long time in your life, and that has... maybe it served you well years ago, whatever it is. Could be your career or your business or how you work or whatever. And I feel like this is saying that doing things a different way or, trying new things is really where the success is. And the Hangman could be the need to gain a new perspective. And maybe you have to, learn from other people or educate yourself or whatever. With the Chariot, you have the Tower. The Tower could represent a tower moment, but the Tower is about seeing reality for what it actually is. So it can be about like gaining a new reality. When you step outside of a comfort zone, you definitely are having a Tower moment because you are shedding your skin. You're seeing other ways of doing things. So you are learning new realities when you do this. So I don't really feel like the Tower is bad here. With the Chariot, by the way, the Tower can just represent a move. So if you are moving, which you have the Chariot twice, then that could definitely be causing a Tower as well. But it's not like a bad Tower, just that you're moving and you're doing something new. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you can't make this up. It says it's time to take action. You have this card that says luck is on your side. So definitely time for you to take action, probably towards the sun. The sun is something that you desire. It's an outcome that you desire. But I feel like luck is on your side, of course. But to get this luck, I feel like you have to take the chances that are going to get you to this point right here with the sun. The sun is happiness, joy, enlightenment. It's, again, the sun is shining on you, so you could be getting a lot of attention here, or, people could be giving you attention as well with the sun. I feel like there could be a lot of happiness, and maybe you need to move more towards your desires. Like, what does your perfect life look like, and, how can you add a little bit more of that perfect life to every single day? And that's what I would pay attention to with this sun card for sure. You have the King of Wands. Again, I've been feeling love for you for a long time, Taurus, and, I feel like there could be a fire sign coming in for you if you're looking for love. Of course, nothing just happens. You have to do things to go out of your house, to leave the house, and to actually get this. So I would, socialize. I would get out of the house, meet new people, things like that. That's how you're going to find love. So, do it. I also feel that this could be you being bold and assertive, like taking those risks where maybe you don't necessarily feel safe. And again, I'm not talking about like actual safety. I'm talking about, taking the risk in business where it could lead to a failure and people might say you failed, things like that, nothing that's actually going to hurt you or, cause any pain necessarily. It might cause a little bit of mental pain because maybe you're like, oh my God, that didn't work. But it's a time of experimentation. It's like I said, some things are going to work with the Nine of Wands and some things are not going to work. And I think if you could just push past those moments where things don't go according to plan, you'll be fine. You have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is a victory or success. So I do feel like there could be a big victory coming in for you just by taking risks. I also feel that there's like a new crown. That crown is at the top of that sword there. And I feel like there's a new crown for you to get, but it's like you have to let go of the old crown to get this new crown. You have to embrace new ideas, new ways of living your life, or new ways of running your business or your career, or whatever it is. With the sun, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. And with the sun, it basically says move towards what works. So I would keep doing the things that are working in your life, or, again, it's almost like this is saying, like, you don't necessarily have to try to reinvent the wheel in work or business. You can just do what works. With the King of Wands, you can't make this up. I said something on that King of Wands about, kind of like passion and desire or something. I don't remember exactly what I said, but, I feel like there is this new desire for, maybe success or progress coming in for you, something that you're feeling on a very deep level. And I would also say that you should be moving towards your inspirations. Sun and the Star are energies. They can represent energies of inspiration. The Ace of Wands is definitely a card of inspiration as well. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Emperor here. So some of you could be attracting an Emperor into your life, but this could also be you really kind of taking control and bossing up with that Emperor energy. You could be the one that is taking the lead here. The Chariot, the Chariot is really a card of like really taking control of your life, and you could be doing that. You have this tent card. It says temporary situation. Yeah, some of you could be moving or traveling. Like I said with the Tower, it doesn't want to focus, so whatever, but you could be moving. You have this unicorn. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I think it's like on a very deep level, I think that the old story doesn't work. For, I don't know, like the past like year, maybe, maybe even longer, year and a half. I feel like a lot of the readings, not everyone, but a lot of your readings talk about your story and changing your story to something better. You have this beetle. It says good fortune on it. So I feel like there are clearly good fortunes coming in for you. You have this December card, and I always clarify these monthly cards. You have this candle. It says you will be shown the way. Yeah, it's like the universe, clearly. I mean, there's so much clarity here. The sun, the star. It's like the universe is trying to guide you through desires or happiness or joy, whatever it is. You have this whale. It says, great worry over nothing. Yes, the whole entire reading. I feel like you are worrying that things aren't going to work if you step outside a comfort zone. It's like your comfort zone is keeping you in a box, and outside the comfort zone is going to, cause you to expand and grow and lead to freedom. So love it here, Taurus. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.